Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. In your top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. It's a case that shook the nation. A young boy's body found off a southern Nevada highway in a nationwide manhunt, ending with police arresting the California mother in Denver. Review-Journal's James Schaefer has an update on what led up to 7-year-old Liam Husted's death.
The Clark County Coroner's Office released Thursday the cause of death of Liam Husted. The 7-year-old found dead near a trailhead in Mountain Springs on May 28th. Liam's mother, 35-year-old Samantha Moreno Rodriguez, is suspected of strangling Liam for about 15 minutes. Deputy District Attorney John Giordani said during a June 30th hearing, quote, "She essentially said that she became frustrated with the child and strangled him." Rodriguez, who was charged with murder, was booked into Clark County Detention Center in June, and a preliminary hearing in the case is scheduled for August 3rd. For the Las Vegas Review-Journal, I'm James Schaefer.
And today, Governor Sisolak declares a state of emergency in response to a massive California wildfire that has spread to Nevada. The Tamarack fire has burned over 50,000 acres, causing evacuations, destroying multiple structures, and threatening over 2,700 homes in Douglas County. And moving Oakland's baseball team to Vegas, it's closer to becoming a reality, as the A's owner Josh Fisher and architect Brad Schrock are taking their 4th trip here. 2 locations under consideration, a site around the resort corridor and a plot of land near downtown Summerlin. Now to your weather, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour is here for you. We have video of Thursday's storms wreaking havoc in Henderson and southeast Las Vegas. We want to show you the damage at Arroyo Grande Sports Complex. Lots of water, branches, and wind damage. Crews started cleaning up earlier today. Now to tonight's forecast. We have a slight chance of rain tonight, but a nice break from this week's string of thunderstorms. We're also looking at lows in the 80s. Then we're in for a cloudy weekend, possible showers here and there. On Sunday, we finally dip below 100 degrees for a bit and warm back up around middle of next week. Now to your health news, sponsored by 4M Dental. Love your smile again. A Metro SWAT officer shares a story about how skepticism of COVID nearly cost him his life. Meet Sergeant Tom Jenkins.
I thought COVID was a joke. I was also anti-mask. I thought the mask was silly. I didn't think that this was that serious, to be honest with you.
Then he got the coronavirus himself.
July 1st, I couldn't breathe anymore. I jumped up, I jumped in the car, and I drove myself to UMC. And at that time, I was admitted to UMC for approximately 8 or 9 days.
Sergeant Jenkins says he almost died, and 4 coworkers who also didn't get vaccinated got sick. Las Vegas police recently reported only about half of the department's employees are vaccinated, and there have been 4 deaths.
Here's the latest in sports. The Battle for Las Vegas, presented by Dollar Loan Center, will get underway Saturday, July 24th here at the Las Vegas Ballpark at 7:30 p.m. The proceeds from the event will go to charity, with the Golden Knights and the Raiders facing off for bragging rights of who is the king of the town.
I think it's very important because you know how good and how much success that they've been having on the ice. We're trying to match them. We've been trying to match them. So to be able to get a little edge out here is great.
So excited and so fortunate that all these guys were able to come and do this and share their time with us, but also the community. Just doing it for such a great cause. I know it's summer for a lot of people, and you know, they're great guys on this team. Some have traveled from Canada just to be here.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Corey Sandhagen is a -180 favorite at Circa Sports against TJ Dillashaw in the main event of Saturday's UFC card at the Apex in Las Vegas. Dillashaw is +155. The total is 3.5 rounds, with the under heavily juiced to -180. Sandhagen is -115 to win the fight inside the distance. In another bantamweight fight on the main card, Kyler Phillips is a -280 favorite over Raulian Paiva, who is +235. The total is 2.5 rounds, with the over juiced to -220.
In business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. Clark County's growing population may swell by another million. Review Journal's Renee Summerhour explains. Renee?
Jen, around 3.38 million people are expected to live in Clark County nearly 40 years from now. That's up from an estimated 2.38 million residents last year. The forecast jumped by almost 300,000 from just a few years ago, as the research center projected in 2019. The UNLV Center of Business and Economic Research says it's fueled by its ever-expanding tourism industry, relatively low housing costs, and lack of state income taxes.
If you go back to the 1960s, there were somewhere in the neighborhood of 130,000 or so people who lived in Clark County, and right now we're over 2.3 million. And it's just been steady growth with a few minor interruptions here and there.
The data will likely prompt locals to question where the newcomers will live and whether the region has enough available land. Also, access to enough water to accommodate the growth, issues that won't be resolved anytime soon. Jen?
In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Oakmont of Las Vegas, Assisted Living and Memory Care. The best care for the best life. Who knew donuts and ice cream were a match made in heaven? Yo Nuts, known for that smashing combination, opens in Vegas today. Plus, this local animal shelter hits a milestone. The Heaven Can Wait Animal Society reports they've performed 160,000 spay and neuter surgeries, mostly for stray cats. The executive director says by doing this, they're keeping hundreds of thousands of pets out of shelters. Now to your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. Whitney Houston may have passed away, but she's still headlining at Harrah's this fall. And we're not talking about an impersonator. Going high-tech, Whitney Houston's hologram will be performing her greatest hits with a live band, including I Will Always Love You, I Want to Dance with Somebody, and The Greatest Love of All. And if you love mainstream music and a good bargain, Live Nation is offering tickets to see headliners, including OneRepublic, Pitbull, Gwen Stefani, and Shania Twain for $20. Tickets go on sale Wednesday. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have Amazon Fire TV, just search Review Journal to download our channel. You can watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here on Monday for more 7 at 7. Hope you have a great weekend.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.